transmission. As I welcome you, we are now on the 4th day of the month of June 2024. I say good morning and welcome to Koikimedia, the self-determination campaign, and likewise the media that speaks to the reason why Yoruba people should now have nothing to do with Nigeria. It is coming up to 2:26 a.m. From my base in London, where this transmission is coming from. Share the program and invite friends and family to participate in part of the discussion at the early hours of this morning. Most kí gbogbo wa pé ṣe dáadáa ni àtúnláǹfààní àti ríra wa ní gbogbo ìgbàkígbà tí a bá láǹfààní àti pàdé láti fi máa fi ọ̀rọ̀ omi ọ̀rọ̀ láti fi béèrè ẹ̀tọ́ wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ dá dúró àti àwọn ìdí tí a ṣe ń polongo pé kí Yorùbá kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá sì disagree pẹ̀lú wa pé we should keep and save Nigeria. But the discussion this morning tí a fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí òun náà tún ní the collapse of Nigeria that is coming gradually. But many Nigerians are living in denial until something will come up and they will start shouting that nobody told them. We have been saying this, people have been discussing it since the fraudulent amalgamation of Nigeria. But nítorí pé Nigerians and the Yorubas are living in denial, hoping that they can rectify the damage tí àwọn British tí wọ́n ṣe fún wa, while they have kept us below the par, while we are not where we are meant to be. These are all the discussion and the reasons that we are giving almost on a daily basis láti fi enlighten and educate many people. Well, my job is to create the conscious awareness. Yours is to accept it or disagree with it. But one day, we would all have to remember that some of us played a very important role to make sure that we prepare your mind so that nígbà tásìkò yẹn bá tó, you will not blame yourself because you are not told. You will have to remember that platform like ours and many like the campaign for Yoruba Nation have also spoken. Tinubu will not save you when that time comes. America will not be able to save you. America could not even save the lives of millions of Palestinians that have been massacred and killed by Israel. So what makes you think that when that time comes, UK, European countries will be able to do the same thing? The Nigerian government or the Nigerian military terrorists have been terrorizing us for a very long time. And these are reasons why we must keep awakened. Good morning to you, my brother, Waris Jinadu. Good morning, Tony Ages. It is coming up to 2:30. My platforms are still being put together, and that is why we can start on a lighter note. It is very early hours in the morning, and that means that my voice cannot go as much as you might want it because I'm in a family house, and as you know, I'm broadcasting from my home. But for now, let's start with this, and then we take it bit by bit. Share the program. Most of you do not share it. My platform has been shadow banned. That means that you will not get notification in time when I go live.
It's why my father bought me. And now
there will never be any solution. There will be more problem on a daily basis in that corruption country, Nigeria.
Ó ti sú mi orílẹ̀-èdè ti sú mi báyìí kọ́ ni wọ́n bá tẹ́lẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ní ọ̀la yìí ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀fẹ́ ni wọ́n kà o ẹ̀kọ́ Awólọ́wọ̀ wọn kà àlérán mọ́sùkù mọ́ ayé yín ò dáa ó ti sú wa o wọ́n bá wá nǹkan sí i àti pólítì ẹni pé orí mi ga ti pa ó ti sú wa o orílẹ̀-èdè wọn bá wá nǹkan ṣe sí o ráìsì ti di gàrí ti wá ń tù mo tún gbọ́ pé ráìsì ti di 80,000 àpò wọ́n bá wá nǹkan ṣe sí i táwọn bá tún wá bẹ́ẹ̀ rẹ̀ pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ kó 580. Sorry, 680, 700 láńra. Kí ló dé kíláàsì? Àwa akórópè gbogbo ẹ̀pọ̀ ní ọmọ gbóná lálẹ́ tá a mọ̀ fọmi wẹ́ẹ̀tì ẹ̀ pẹ́pẹ́ kan ọmọ lànà. Àní rí kankan, epo náà ní ń bá a lọ. Owó sukùl bí ṣe àmà mi wò rí sábẹ́. Ayé mi ò dá o. Kazeem ṣe olú ti sú wa. Eku òkè bí eku mọ́, ẹyẹ òkè bí ẹyẹ mọ́. Gàrí là ń mu sá èmi àtàwọn abí mi àlè jẹ ráìsì mọ́ ẹ̀wà náà ti wọ́n gàrí ọ̀gá ti 1.2 ó ti sú mi orílẹ̀-èdè ti sú mi báyìí kọ́ ni wọ́n bá tẹ́lẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ní ọ̀la yìí ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀fẹ́ ni wọ́n kà o ẹ̀kọ́ Awólọ́wọ̀ wọn kà àlérán mọ́sùkù mọ́ ayé yín ò dáa ó ti sú wa o wọ́n bá wá nǹkan sí i àti pólítì ẹni pé orí mi ga ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀fẹ́ ni wọ́n kà ó ti sú wa o. Ó ti sú wa o orílẹ̀-èdè wọn bá wá nǹkan ṣe sí o ráìsì ti di gàrí ti wá ń tù mo tún gbọ́ pé ráìsì ti di 80,000 àpò wọ́n bá wá nǹkan ṣe sí i táwọn bá tún wá bẹ́ẹ̀ rẹ̀ pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ kó 580 sorry 680 700 lá.
That is what many of you will have to go through because of the negligence of a failed country. Let's take one more before we go into the conversation.
It's their fault. Yeah, I'm supporting Tinubu 100%. You're supporting Tinubu 100% to deal with Nigerians. People like you, so that when next election comes, I will now see whether when people bring money, you will vote for them or you will do your conscience. I have nothing new to say. People are hungry. Let them die. It's their fault. Yeah, I'm supporting Tinubu 100%. You're supporting Tinubu 100% to deal with Nigerians. People like you, so that when next election comes, I will now see whether when people bring money, you will vote for them or you will do your conscience. I have nothing new to say. People are hungry. Let them die. It's their fault. Yeah, I'm supporting Tinubu 100%. Supporting Tinubu 100% to deal with Nigerians. People like you, so that when next election comes, I will now see whether when people bring money, you will vote for them or you will do your conscience.
Well, people are hungry. Let them die. According to that, the Baroque Sunday Igboho ni problem yìí tó bá yá gbogbo yín máa understand pé Sunday Igboho kọ́ ni problem yìí. Your problem is solution that we should leave Nigeria, but many of you disagree. Ẹ jẹ́ agbọ́ lóye
ìgbà mi sí ìjọba mo ń lọ ń dá sí nǹkan tí ó kàn mí ṣùgbọ́n tó kàn mí mo dá sí torí pé ọmọ Yorùbá ni mí. Níjọba bá wà tí ò sí ẹ̀tọ́ tó yẹ kó ṣe fún aráàlú tí wọ́n dìbò fún tó jẹ́ ìjọba lé lórí. Tíjọba bá wà tí ààbò bá sí fún aráàlú tó ró ìṣèjọba lé lórí aráàlú dìde fúnra ẹ̀. Kìí pé mo pàṣẹ àbí mo dédé pàṣẹ àbí mo kàn sọ nǹkan tí ó wá látọkàn mi. Ìkẹ́ tó fa ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ni pé ẹni èwo láti bí ijọ́ mélòó kan sí bí ọ̀sẹ̀ bíi méjì sìn nípa ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn Fúlàní tó wà ní gbogbo Ìbàràpá. Ẹ wo dókítà wa Dr. Fatai PhD doctor ọmọ Yorùbá tó kàwé tó gboyè ó wá lọ sí lóyìnbó ní àìní ọdún ó lọ ṣiṣẹ́ ó wá dé okòwò dé ó wá lọ lu bàbá ẹ̀ ní gángan ó dá oko àgbàdo ẹ̀gẹ́ iṣu oríṣiríṣi nǹkan soya beans ó dẹ̀ gba ọmọ wa ní gángan bẹ́ẹ̀ náà síbẹ̀ rẹpẹtẹ tó ń bá ṣiṣẹ́ Fúlàní wa jẹ oko ẹ̀ ó wá gbéra láti lọ bá àwọn Fúlàní yìí sọ̀rọ̀ láti lọ bá Sẹ́ríkì Fúlàní pé ẹ wá wo ohun tí àwọn ọmọ yìí ṣe lórí oko mi kò yẹ kó rí báyìí lórí ilẹ̀ bàbá mi wọ́n dẹ̀ dé lókun bẹ́ẹ̀ náà wọ́n dẹ̀ sápá àìmọye èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ tá a lè múrúkọ wọn làwọn Fúlàní yìí bẹ́ lórí tó pa wọ́n jí àwọn kan gbé ẹni tó bá gbowó tó kéré lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ wọ́n gba 7 million wọ́n gba 10 million wọ́n gba 11 million lórí ilẹ̀ bàbá wa ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn dùn mí ó bà mí lọ́kàn jẹ́ gan pé tá a bá torí pé tó Ọlọ́run gbà fáwa àwa ará àwọn ọmọ tí ń tẹ̀lé wa tó ń sáàbò fún wa àwọn tí ọ̀lẹ́ni tí ó tẹ̀lé wọn kọ́ ìdí nìyí tó mú mi lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn ìgbà tí mo dẹ̀ débẹ̀ ohun tí mo lọ fún ni pé láti lọ bá pé sógun ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí lórí ilẹ̀ wa sọ́dá ẹ ti ń gbé pẹ̀lú wa adẹ̀fàyè gbà yín àbáyín jà àṣẹ nǹkan jàmbá fún yín ọ̀rọ̀ ni mò ń bá Sẹ́ríkì sọ̀rọ̀ làwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ yí ọmọ sí mi mo gba ìbọn yẹn lọ́wọ́ ìkan yọ àké àgbà ìkejì tún yọ ìbọn mi ìyẹn ti ẹ̀yìn ẹni bá wọnú fídíò yẹn tó bá fídíò wọn ó yin ìbọn yẹn sí mi kí n tó lọ́bọ̀ yẹn mọ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ bá gbọ́ fídíò yẹn pé ìbọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí dáhùn bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n yin ìbọn sí mi bẹ́ẹ̀ kí n tó bájà wá yẹn pípò yìí tí n bá bájà wá ẹ̀ ní dúró tẹ́ ẹ bá ti wá lè wá àtúnṣe sí ọ̀rọ̀ jíjígbé àti pépà àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n wa àtàwọn àǹtí wa àwọn bọ̀dá wa àtàwọn ìyá mi àtàwọn bàbá mi tẹ̀jú wọn olóko mọ́ yé o ó fẹ́ tàkẹ́ forí lẹ̀ bàbá wa lẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ náà ń fà yìí sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn kí sọ̀rọ̀ ọjà àwọn kan gbé wọn fẹ́ pa àwọn mùsùlùmí kílọ̀kàmíkà mùsùlùmí kílọ̀kàmíkà kírísítẹ̀ kílọ̀kàmíkà gbogbo táwọn ń fà yìí èmi ò nídìí kankan àlàáfíà Yorùbá ni mò ń wá mi fẹ́ kankan bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n ń dúnkòkò tọ́pọ̀ jù wọ́n ń dúnkòkò ntọ́lọ́hún táwọn ti ń dúnkòkò náà mọ̀ bá wọn ń dúnkòkò mọ́ mi ṣùgbọ́n ohun tí èjé kí ẹrù gbà mí ni pé ó ń bẹ nínú Bíbélì pé tí ẹ bá ń jà fún ẹ̀tọ́ ẹ̀ lórí nǹkan bàbá rẹ̀ tó bá kú síbẹ̀ kò sí nǹkan kan torí pé mo mọ̀ pé kò sí nǹkan kan gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe yẹn fúngbà díẹ̀ ni wọ́n dún kòkò àti bí ìjẹ ẹ̀rín tọ́rọ̀ ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ̀sìn ni wọ́n ti ń pè mí àwọn fẹ́ wá wọ́n máa arrest mi wọ́n ti ń sẹ́ni mẹ́sẹ̀jì oríṣiríṣi pé wọ́n fẹ́ wá gbé mi lé ẹ̀rù kankan sì bà mí gbogbo àwọn ọba tó wà bẹ̀ pátápátá inú wọn dùn wọ́n sì fọwọ́ sí pé ìyà tí ń jẹ àwọn etí tó àwọn òfin fẹ́lá lórí ilẹ̀ bàbá wọn mọ́ pépà ti tó àwọn tí wọ́n ń pa iná làwọn jọba lé lórí tí fídíò sì wà àwọn ọba gan ni wọ́n ń pè mí pé ìyà tí ń jẹ àwọn èyí ti tó àwọn tí wọ́n ń pa àwọn ọmọ àwọn tó ń pa yìí lọ́jọ́ ọ̀la àwọn náà làwọn sì jọba lé lórí ó ti tó bẹ́ẹ̀ kò sí àgbààgbà Yorùbá tínú rẹ̀ ò dùn sí pé kò sínú àgbà ẹ̀rù ń bà wọ́n náà ni ẹ̀rù ń bà wọ́n bàbá wa ní inú tí wọn náà dùn bí wọn ṣe ń pa wá bí Fúlàní ṣe ń jí wa gbé tó ń gbówó lálá lọ́wọ́ anú wọn ò dùn ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀rù ń bà wọ́n kọ́ bá wọn yọ wọn nípò bí tí wọ́n wà sẹ́wọ̀n yìí pé nígbà tí wọ́n ń jí àwọn aráàlú gẹ̀gẹ̀ gbé tí wọ́n ń pa wọ́n tẹ́lẹ̀ kankan sọ̀rọ̀ ń bọ̀ ya wọ́n lọ jí ọmọ ọba gẹ̀gẹ̀ gbé ọmọ ọba tí ń bẹ lórí yẹn gẹ̀gẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ wọ́n jí ọmọ bàbá gẹ̀gẹ̀ gbé fúnra ẹ̀ tó fọ́ kó díẹ̀ bí wọ́n sì gba 4 million lọ́wọ́ bàbá fún tó gbọ́ ọmọ bàbá fún bàbá àwọn Fúlàní torí pé ń bọ̀ ọba ya àyè ti gba àwọn Fúlàní ìdíbi pé wọ́n wá gbé ọba fún ẹnu ààfin wọ́n ní kọ́ lọ kí gbogbo aráàlú lọ dáwọ́ jọ àwa Yorùbá sì sùn a sì dákẹ́ a sì sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn bàbá wa dẹ̀ dákẹ́.
That is what creates problem that many Yoruba people fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí attack Olóyè. Good morning, Tokyo under 778. Good evening to you, my brother. Love you so much. Moki Sheikh Imam Nazil. Assalamu alaikum. Waris Jinadu. Good morning, and shout out to many of you. With this, we see how far I can go. I've just woken up. I've been sleeping all day. It's been a while. I've also played a bit of my own intro, but before that, maybe we should listen to this. It takes time to set up, and if you're going to watch the program, you must have internet. I cannot help you at home if you don't have My job is to deliver the lecture. Your job is to find out how you will listen to it.
Koikimedia, we're bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Koikimedia, 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 we're bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Koikimedia, 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 we're bringing the world closer to your doorstep. I was a la àwa ló máa ṣàtìdé. Dídédé lárúkẹ nílẹ̀ Oòduà o, àwa gangan ni bàbá. Koikimedia, 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 bringing the world closer to your doorstep. They never sabi wetin we carry for her, but e dey move closer before dem go sabi. I said they never know wetin we carry for body, but e dey move closer before dem go sabi. Ọ̀gbìn lọ lọ́jà ẹyẹ ni ó ń ro ló lọ́jọ́. Ẹyẹ tó dorí kodò bí àdó ọ̀pẹ̀dẹ̀lẹ̀ tó. Ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ilẹ̀ bàbá wa, ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ìlú bàbá wa, ká jùmọ̀ sowọ́pọ̀ ká lè tó dúdú wá ká. Odùduwà kò bá lè gbé wá. Ọmọ Odùduwà ṣe kiri. Ẹ dìde fún ẹ̀tọ́ adúláwọ̀. Ká lè jọ jùmọ̀ gbé délẹ̀ ìlérí. Àwa lè gba ògo ilẹ̀ wa. Ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká lè jọ gbàdé. Ká lè pàdé adé adúláwọ̀. Àwa ni ìmọ̀lẹ̀ tí yóò tàn káàkiri. Ìyàwó Odùduwà ni wá. Koikimedia, àwa là ń gbé tó lárugẹ. Ètò tó pọ̀ sí ògo, tí wọ́n mọ̀ ní. Kásá, ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà wa káyé tó gbà. Tí wọ́n mọ̀ ní. News and sports, ẹ máa rí gbọ́. Ètò tó pọ̀ sí ògo, tí wọ́n mọ̀ ní. Ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú alárẹ̀ mi ló ní kí n máa ké tantan. Koikimedia, ọlọ́lá gbajúmọ̀ mi. Máa bá ṣẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ. Ọmọ Yorùbá nìyẹn, ọmọ Yorùbá tata o. Àǹkádùn rẹ̀, ọmọ Jẹ́bẹ́ lọ́rẹ́ mi. Ṣé ìlọ́mọ fìdí ọ̀tẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ o? Ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa ń dé mádémádé. Ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa wọ̀ máa wọ̀. Ìgbó máa wọ̀ sájòjì ò gbọ́dọ̀ wọ̀. Àjòjì tó bá wọ̀ bẹ̀, á bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní bọ́ra. Ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ náwó òyìnbó tó dé. Ìgbà tó yìnbó dé o, owó dandan tún pọ̀ sí o. Koikimedia, sáwa ní bàbá. Koikimedia, àwọn ní bàbá. Koikimedia, àwọn ní bàbá. Àtàǹsọ, àtúnpèrè gèdè. Koikimedia, àwọn ní bàbá. Àwa là ń gbé tó lárugẹ jẹ́ ká jọgbọ́ o. Koikimedia, àwọn ní bàbá. Àtúnjà fẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ wa, fẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Koikimedia, àwọn ní bàbá. Ọmọ Oòduà ni wá o, tọkàntọkàn. Koikimedia, àwọn ní bàbá. Ikú tó ṣe nílé mi ò sí, àdìmú bàbá yọ. Koikimedia, àwọn ní bàbá. We bring the world closer to your doorstep. Koikimedia, àwọn ní bàbá. Afẹ́fẹ́ tó ń fẹ́ òótọ́ ń tàn jòjò lára ni. Koikimedia, àwọn ní bàbá. Àmìrègèdè Olódùmarè ló fún wa sí. Koikimedia, àwọn ní bàbá. Gbogbo ayé ẹ̀ gbọ́, àwa ní bàbá o. Koikimedia, àwọn ní bàbá. Ẹ máa wọ̀ wá ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà yín wá. Koikimedia, àwọn ní bàbá. Olúwa lágbé dání, òmìnira lágbé dání. Koikimedia, àwọn ní bàbá. Àkínsọ́dalẹ̀, àkínsọ́dẹ̀kẹ̀ta.
Good morning, Mr. Razak. Good morning to you all and welcome to the program.
Koikimedia, àwọn ní bàbá. Koikimedia, we bring you up closer to your doorstep. Koikimedia is around to give us the test. To give us test. Ladies and gentlemen, ẹ mú kọ́lẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹ tẹ́tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó gbódù owó. Ladies and gentlemen, ẹ mú kọ́lẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹ tẹ́tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó gbódù owó. Koikimedia is around to give us the test.
Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa, forílẹ̀ ibi wa, kàgbéga, kàgbéga, kàgbéga fàìlérí. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bá ti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹ́jẹ́ ká máa lépa. Ìtẹ̀síwájú fọ́pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí ìyá mi Ìyábọ̀ Olúwabùnmi Olúwọlé tí mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ dárúkọ mà. Ẹ káàárọ̀. It is almost 3 o'clock in the morning. Koikimedia is a 24 hours platform. Any one of my team, myself, we could be out there. And Facebook just removed my post. As I posted now, the topic Tafisori Lori, we remove your post. Nigeria slowly sliding into collapse. Let me just take a picture of this. Interesting time ahead. It's good to always keep all this evidence so that when we talk to people that we are dealing with, just take a picture for my own record. Taban sọ fún yín pé all the social media doesn't like to be used to propagate the truth. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ọ̀rọ̀ okó àtòbó ni mò ń sọ ní bíbá, it's earlier or less in the night, so I don't expect children to be listening to this program at this time of the day. Wọ́n ní sí ọ̀yẹn kúrò. Mo kí ẹ easy. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dáadáa. But because I've just talked about Nigeria will collapse, Facebook doesn't like that. Mo kí bàbá mi Fádípẹ̀ Ìbùkún Moses is an interactive platform. So I read your comments and we engage, with each other. That's why I love Twitter. Most of Yoruba just have the Twitter or the X and use that to follow us on the discussion all the time. I have 2 different pastors that I'm going to be using towards the program today. But if you look at my topic that I've brought up, Fẹ́yànmọ́ Yorùbá láàárọ̀, mo kí ìyàwó Olórí Ayaọba. Ẹ máa ní láti send WhatsApp sí mi Olórí, as we can't put it out there. So any number may send message to me, I will send it as a WhatsApp. The Bible also status me, it's always on my status. So it's always on my status. This was sent to me by my brother, Mr. Fab. Let's listen to it. Oh, I think it's been removed. Strange.
The United States government.
Okay, let's listen to this.
The United States government is offering you a piece of land of your own. We have our own land. No, it's not yours. It's the U.S. government's. Did they buy it? No. Did they trade for it? It's not like that. Then how can they own it? He has a point. We will give you everything you need if you will just submit to living on a reservation. We need nothing from you. You can depend on your country to take care of you. You are not my country. Mr. Durant, if we could just... Senator Cray has come here to offer your people a better way of life. Better than what? Better than what you have. I like what I have. The United States government...
I'll play it one more time, and I will just switch the light off so that you can see that individual on sorrow. There is a way. My mom doesn't like me calling them white people, so she always prefer use Oyibo people. In toughest on Sonny Benny, Oyibo ti lọ bá àwọn indigenous people pé àwọn làwọn nílẹ̀. Ìyẹn ni, how did you become the owner of the land? Ṣẹ̀rí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń sọ pé we should keep Nigeria. Who owns Nigeria? There's nothing called Nigeria. British created Nigeria. Everybody knows that. Even Tinubu have accepted that, and I have the video, and I posted it yesterday, and we're going to be using that in the course of the program. So the topic that we are discussing this morning, Nigeria slowly, it might not be in the fast pace, but some of us can see it coming, while some Nigerians cannot say, Moki, our Fatima Mustafa Ekaroma. Benny, Mr. Fadikbe Ibuku says, Twitter is the best platform. Good morning to our brothers from the Biafra and our sisters. I haven't seen, my sister from Canada. She must be very busy with work. It's 5 minutes to 3 a.m. Tibayakumon drive Uber, Mashiwa Neta, Mafema Mekowo. But even though we are not making money here, but at least we are doing what humanity is asking us to do. Currently, the way I dressed means that I appreciate Omoluabi Apparel. You can check them out on the website. They're the ones supplying the outfit and the cap each time I put it on like this. And whatever you buy from them is also of benefit for the purpose of the movement. Let's listen to this one more time. But let me just turn the light off so that you can see this man, Don Soroya, and hear what he's saying.
The government is offering you a piece of land of your own. We have our own land. No, it's not yours. It's the U.S. government's. Did they buy it? No. Did they trade for it? It's not like that. Then how can they own it? He has a point. We will give you everything you need if you will just submit to living on a reservation. We need nothing from you. You can depend on your country to take care of you. You are not my country. Mr. Durant, if we could just... Senator Cray has come here to offer your people a better way of life. Better than what? Better than what you have. I like what I have.
He loves what they like, what they have. But many Nigerians, to Jomo Yoruba, that we are having this, I think I love it like this. I think it's a bit cool, is it? It's not too bad. There's one light there, so, and there's the laptop light. It's a bit not too bad. Abikilero, it's good, it's cool. At least you can still see me clearly. Many of us need to understand that Nigeria, Babakitoye and Sofunwakwe, it is sliding into collapse. Maybe Tababere sin lo in town pastor in on so, in town affair in so, in Tibabalawo so, bóyá ìyẹn máa ignite ẹ̀yin kankan. Because I understand that Emo Yoruba, you prefer the church and the mosque to tell us, what we should expect, especially, for some of us that believe in prophecies. But some of you that doesn't believe in prophecy, you love your pastors. There's nothing wrong in that. They are men of God. We love them as well. We appreciate them. But the fact remains is that àwọn Ọlọ́run sọ fún wa nísìnyí pé Nigeria is sliding. Let's first understand the meaning of sliding. Kí ló ń pè ní sliding? If something is sliding or slide, what does it mean? And how is that going to affect èmi àti ìwọ? Mo kí Ṣẹ́gun ọ̀nà, mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, wherever tẹ́ bá wà káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé. Ẹni Ọlọ́run dá, good morning to you, my brother. It's an interactive platform. Tẹ́ bá comment, I will pick it and I will appreciate you. But if you just want to remain silent watcher or silent listener, there's nothing wrong in that. We welcome you as well, especially those of you that left to believe in Dúpẹ́ Onítìrì, but maybe it's in realize díẹ̀ pé lóòótọ́ Dúpẹ́ ní kankan tó fẹ́ offer ẹ̀kọ́ ṣánko lọ ni, and you are now thinking of coming back gradually, but you are still finding it difficult to let me know that you are with me. There's nothing wrong. Just sit back and enjoy the program. I have nothing against you. It is your own prerogative to have left, and then if you decide you want to come back, there's nothing wrong. Mo kí bàbá mi, Mr. Ajibowa Babatunde Johnson, Safety Domain Dúpẹ́ Wèrè. Good morning once again. Ṣé kí n tanná àbò kò báyìí? Kí lẹ feel? Should we turn the light back on? I don't have a problem. Or should we leave it like this? Let me know in the comment section and I'll pick it up from there. If you want the light back on, I will turn it back on. It is cool. All right, that's fine. Thank you so much, sir. And I do appreciate everybody's time. It's not easy sitting back. Some of you in America, you're just coming back home while time on lossy night job. Sliding. Alóbá mi kọ Yorùbá síta. Ṣé ẹ ti bá mi kọ Yorùbá síta? Ó ń yọ láti ṣubú. Okay, ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹni Ọlọ́run dá. Wọ́n ní ó yọ láti ṣubú. Sliding. Wọ́n ní tágbàlagbà bá ṣubú. Kí ló máa ṣe? Ẹ má ní mo pòwe ẹ̀yin ìyá mi, ẹ̀yin bàbá mi. Okay, Mr. Fadipe is cool. All right. As long as tẹ́ bá ti rí mi. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí laptop, ẹ má bínú. There will be some kind of, distort in the background. Tí bá dẹ̀ ní kí n yọ background yẹn, bí ó máa clear. But sometimes I want us to have something at the background. So ẹ jẹ́ kí n fi laptop yẹn lẹ́bẹ̀ẹ́. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Sliding. Wọ́n ní tágbàlagbà bá ṣubú, àwọ̀ wájú. Àbí, no, ṣó máa wẹ̀yìn ni. Tágbàlagbà bá ṣubú, àwọ̀ wájú. Tọ́mọdé bá ṣubú, sí ètò kan, ó dìde ń lọ ti ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Look, àwọn tágbàlagbà bá ṣubú, á wẹ̀yìn. Ṣé kò sẹ́ni kankan tó rí mi? Tọ́mọdé bá ṣubú, rèmi bá ṣubú nísìn. Àkọ́ dìde ni màmá lọ́ntẹ̀. Àgbàlagbà wẹ̀yìn. Kí ló dé tágbàlagbà ṣe ń wẹ̀yìn? Baba Kitoye is concerned, is worried. Mo kí bàbá mi Akin ọmọ Akin. Mr. Ganiu Mujib. Wọ́n máa wẹ̀yìn ni. Wọ́n wí pé ọ̀dà. Tágbàlagbà bá ṣubú, á wẹ̀yìn. Ẹ ṣé gan ni Safety Domain. Shows that people are alive with me. Kì í ṣe robots. We are true people. We are, we are just ordinary. I just woke up. Sometimes ìyàwó mi máa ń wonder bóyá mo lóyún ni, because I am the only person in this house that can sleep at any time of the day, of the hours. Ọlọ́run fi ẹ̀bùn yẹn kẹ́ mi. and I slept just before 9 o'clock yesterday. So you can imagine 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. I've lacked 6 hours. And if I do this program up to probably 5, at 37 minutes, I'll still go back to bed and catch up probably another 3 hours. Go to the school. The elderly looks back because of the cause of the fall. Wọ́n ní àgbàlagbà máa wẹ̀yìn torí ìṣubú yẹn. Ṣó wá dá kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ṣubú látara pé a fẹ́ satisfy àwọn olóṣèlú? The reason why we are doing what we are doing today is because we are seeing the trajectory. Something is not lining. And if you're driving your car or your motorbike or even our motor therapy, if you can hear the sound, drive a sound kan jáde nínú ẹ̀ pé mọ́tò yìí gbà tí mo rà tó fi máa ń ṣeré kò ń dún báyìí. What is going on? Kí ló dé tó ṣe ń dún? Something is making some kind of noise within Nigeria. We don't hate Bola Tinubu. We might not agree with him. I think there's a super chat that came through, and I want to catch that to appreciate that super chat with a message. Bàbá mi ni, àwọn máa ń tọ́jú èèyàn dáadáa. Son Odu, only Mr. Koiki. Most people at home in one Nigeria are seeing abnormality as normal. Wọ́n rí nǹkan tó dàbí àṣìṣe bí nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé nǹkan tó right ni. They cannot or refuse to see what you are saying. I'm sure bí a ta bá sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn pastor àwọn méjì lálẹ́ bóyá wá rí lára nǹkan tá à ń sọ. I have 2 different pastors that we're going to use, and I'm not here to mock any of the religion. I have always said I believe in all the religion, and I respect them, and I practice them. That is my own. Mo ti kọjá stage tí at my age tí mo ṣe dàgbà díẹ̀ níjọ́ Friday again. I have gone past where somebody said to me, don't believe in Christianity, don't believe in Islam, don't believe in our tradition. Now I have gone past. Tẹ́lẹ̀, maybe, don't have anything to do with Christianity, don't have anything to do with Islam, especially Ìṣẹ̀ṣe. I have gone past that stage now. For me, I am in a different cycle in my life, especially with what we have learned today. I'm sure some of you have seen why we have complained that language is important. I just watched a video from my sister. It doesn't talk about Yoruba nation. Some of them just don't want to, because when you are getting branding, or you are being branded, or you are being sponsored, it will be very difficult for Mr. Kiwumi Fa very important to Baba. It will be very difficult for you to not every brand want to associate with me anymore. But I'm happy that we have people, caliber of people that are associating with me. You know, you look after me, you advise me, you pray for me. And I'm talking about, and I don't have anything against her, Adiola Fayehun. She has good followers, about over 700,000 on YouTube, good amount on Instagram. She's a Yoruba woman, but she's not really touching on Yoruba nation, because that is not her calling. But they are always good to bring us the atrocities that have been committed against Nigerians. But what people don't need to understand, what people don't want to understand, is that those atrocities, we can stop it. We can avoid it if we pull out of Nigeria. I'm sure some of you have watched that video. I think that video has been circulating, but I believe it's the same video, because Many times people send those videos on WhatsApp. It's about 11 minutes. Sometimes you want to open it. Sometimes, especially the video combating law, and it's about a Nigerian pastor that was going on a pilgrimage to a man, I believe Jordan, with 24 of his, people, and he was stopped at the airport in Cairo. How many people have seen that video? Babaton Law in Yajo. They had a stopover in Cairo, Egypt, and he was accused of whatever. But that is the area at Mufelo Gongon is two things. Firstly, he didn't understand what they were saying in Egypt, in Cairo airport, because it was all about Arabic. Yes, I want to attend seeing the staff at the checking point. They might speak Cheshire English. It shows that táwa náà bá ti ní country tiwa bó ṣe máa rí náà nìyẹn. Èdè wa la máa fi communicate. He was told to sign something that he doesn't understand. Baba Eni, with my PhD, how will I sign something that I cannot read? Everybody knows the problem that Nigeria is sliding. And like I said, most of you have listened to it. I'm going to end it again because I want everybody to listen just for a few seconds. So Interwalori, Koikimedia, Instagram, just join us on OLAYOMI KOIKI and I'll come back again on that platform. For just a few minutes. This is the danger that everybody might get breakfast. I don't pray to travel through, especially those routes. It used to be a good route at some point. Okay, Baba Misuni, I have seen it and listened attentively to it. I can and will never make a stopover in any of those non-English speaking countries during air travel. Everybody will be affected. Ṣebí bàbá yẹn tẹ̀ lówó láti fi rìnrìn àjò. Ṣorí ìwọ tó lówó, problem tí wọ́n máa ní ni pé try to travel from Lagos to Benin Republic within Africa. You will see the molestation, the intimidation, the flicks between you will see the danger between Benin and Nigerian borders. I have traveled past it. Prophet Moyo was almost killed on his visit to Nigeria after many years. He was, imagine he was almost lynched to death on his visit to Nigeria, his father's land. But Nigeria things are happening very fast that as long as Tiru Awaoba continue to bring it back to your conscious mind. How many people remember that Professor Moyo traveled to Nigeria, came through Ghana, there was no problem, came through Benin Republic, there was no problem. Then the problem came up right from...
If you want to make a full-time income from...
And the problem came from between his own country. Let's listen to this father in the Lord.
Who carries a Nigerian passport, or if you have someone close to you who travels with a Nigerian passport. I had a very traumatic experience at Cairo International Airport.
So do you know the meaning of traumatic experience? He's rich. The reason why it's coming out now is because not that he's not having... Okay, Ejeka, your background in Facebook. Let me take the background out. Maybe that will be better. I think it's better like that because I don't want your eyes to go cuckoo tonight. All right, the one on the Facebook here is okay because it not being reflected. So I need the same, open background. First class embarrassment, you might lose your life. Mokibabami Adeyemi Olayemi. Agbaje Wasiu ní aago 5 ló fẹ́ lọ lò ní United Arab Emirates. Ìyá mi Táíwò Kíkẹ́ lọ́mọ ní ẹ káàárọ̀ Mr. Koiki. Baba, you know, we need traumatic experience. I mean, imagine with your money and you're having traumatic experience. That is what many Yoruba people do in Nigeria. They have money, they are doing very well, they don't need the government help for anything. And I'm telling you, people have serious money in Yoruba land, but it is only probably about 3, 4, 5%, maximum 10% out of the 35 million Yoruba people. Let's say 10%. I was on a video call with somebody that is very, not politician, is just a private sector. And I was shown 2 different images of this background of this person, where he works in the government and the one he does on his own as a private. And you would think that kilodity to government was standard. And where he works as a private sector, you could see the boardroom. I'm telling you, but I don't want to go too much details because, it's a private conversation. But when I saw that, work with me, mobile sorrow, it's like my uncle. Koiki, I'll be in London very soon. Tibade London, Macbe. These are the people I visit when I come to Nigeria, until Yoruba Nation took me away from many of my, people that I cannot visit frequently like I would have loved to. So video call. But Baba is going through. I think one topic going on. Mo kàn ṣe fún yín ní background of wọ́n ní tágbàlagbà bá ṣubú àwùjọ wẹ̀yìn. À ń sọ pé ká kúrò ní Nàìjíríà. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá ní ọ̀tàkù bí fáànù Ìgbò ẹni ẹ̀gbà. Ẹni torí pé àwọn olóṣèlú yẹn wọ́n ń sọ òtítọ́, àwọn olóṣèlú ń sọ òtítọ́. Bàbá yìí ní, I traveled through Cairo airport on a business class. Ó dẹ̀ tún ní traumatic experience. If we have a country that works, we don't need Egypt Air to travel to anywhere around the world. We need our own airline. There used to be our own airline called the Nigerian Airways that was taking people as far as up to New York, as far as I know, taking people to UK and different part of the globe. Today, Ethiopia beat us to it, Ethiopia Airline. So we now bargain with Ethiopia Airline, called Air Nigeria. Festus Keyamo just said that it is all fraud. There was nothing called Air Nigeria. But look at the same Yoruba people and Nigerians. Tó bá sọ fún wọn pé nígbà yẹn pé fraud ní kíní, wọ́n ní Koiki shut up. How do you know it's a fraud? Báwo ló ṣe mọ̀? We can see it. Wọ́n ò rí kankan. Wọ́n máa sọ fún mi pé mo kí bàbá mi Adégbóyèga Rafiu ẹ káàárọ̀ sà. Nigerians ló máa sọ fún pé kíní yìí kò right. Just like my father just said there, Baba mi soon will do. Let me read that comment out again. Wọ́n ní Koiki. Most people tó wà ní Nigeria, wọ́n ti wá ń rí abnormalities as normal in tí kò dàbí nǹkan tó jẹ́ kó ṣẹlẹ̀, wọ́n ti wá rí gẹ́gẹ́ bí nǹkan tó yẹ kó ṣẹlẹ̀. And this is where we are having difficulties to explain things to people. So, Baba yìí nísìnyí wá ní, pẹ̀lú Nigerian passport mi, pẹ̀lú we told you that Yoruba people are well read. We need this kind of people on the movement. But they are too busy with the callings of the God. There's nothing wrong in that. tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá wa gbójú síta, ẹ máa bá bàbá Akíntóyè sọ̀rọ̀ ní background, ẹ máa fún wọn nímọ̀ràn, ẹ máa fún wọn advice. Kò ń ṣe pé kẹ́ni kò kàn yín kẹ́ wá máa mourn that you are having traumatic experience. Ẹ wá ń sọ yẹn fáwa, ṣe bẹ́yìn lẹ lówó lẹ gba Egypt kọjá, ẹni tó lówó tó ti wà nínú Nàìjíríà tó ti ní traumatic experience. Do you know how many Nigerians, how many Yoruba people that are going through traumatic experience? Ìbá pé àwọ̀ sí níbi máa wá raise owó fún yàn. Many demands of problems are coming to us on a daily basis. But the moment tá bá ti sọ pé ẹja raise owó fẹ́lẹ̀, ẹja raise owó fẹ́lẹ̀, then it becomes another thing entirely. Let's listen again. Ká tó máa tẹ̀síwájú, because at the first 1 hour. At exactly 1 hour, then we go into the main program. The whole show will be just 2 hours. Then I can go back to bed and just lie down. At least my wife legbe ìyàwó mi. Bàbá tẹ̀ ṣe mommy and daddy. Màá ṣàjókòó ìpò àwọn sùn sẹ́gbẹ̀. 90 minutes past 3. Same time ni èmi àti wọ nínú Nigeria. Time kan náà la wà. Time yẹn máa yàtọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn tó wà ní other countries around the world. Ẹ jẹ́ gbọ́n tí bàbá yẹn sọ lẹ́ǹkan tẹ̀sí.
International Airport recently on April 30, 2024, and I need to share this with you. I'm Reverend Dr. Israel Christley, the senior pastor of Shepherd Baptist Church, Obanikoro, Lagos, Nigeria, the CEO of Oasis of Faith Intercontinental Limited, that is a private Christian pilgrimage company, and the president of Christian Tourism Practitioners Association of Nigeria. I left Lagos for Amman through Egypt Airlines with a group of 28 pilgrims, and we had a stopover for 4 hours in Cairo before we boarded the second leg from Cairo to Amman. I took all my pilgrims to our connecting gate, H2, around 9 p.m. and having sent 26 of them there, myself and another woman who were on the trip, who were flying business class.
Hey, sorry for interrupting your video. I'm going to take 2 minutes of your...
That's interruptory open. I don't have to go further. Lower video here. Some of you have seen it anyway. The most important thing is the message of that video has been delivered. Let's come back to the main program. Afisola Roy. Koto di pé ama padà lọ sórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì wa àwa tá fẹ́ lọ sùn. Ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ rọrùn sùn ní Nàìjíríà bí àtòrí yànyàn àbí torí pé níná, at least àwọn labour ti ṣèjọ́ kan. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀. And I mean, don't get me wrong. If the Labour believes that the government will do the needful, the strike needs to be called off. But when táwa bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ tiwa, àwa ò ní call off tiwa because tiwa yàtọ̀ sí Nigeria. And I'm talking about we have 11 days. I don't know what is going to happen after 11 days. But I am just saying that by the time that we start our own massive rallies across Yoruba land, at the point that we are being told to, kò síjọ́ kan lọ́dọ̀ tiwa, kò síjọ́ méjì, it could be indefinite, it could be, I don't know. That's the why we are saying that àwa ò kì í ṣe NLC àti TUC. But if NLC and TUC believes that they can, or they've already negotiated something with the federal government, it is the right for them to call off the strike. I am not here, I am not speaking on their behalf. I am speaking on behalf of the Yoruba people that wants to exit Nigeria. So it's entirely up to you. Okay, one àwọn tó wà nílé, if you can't sleep, it is because so many haven't eaten or there is no light. That's coming from Babawa Akinwumi. What we need, the rate at which Yoruba people now beg for money and food on the road is really mad, Baba Koiki. Not even on the road, on the social media, behind the curtains. Do I blame them? No. It is what it is. Babawa Yemini, Yomi, even our civil servants are equally held on the earth. And also, Mr. Kimumeni, the same thing with the Kaduna refinery, it is a fraud. Ẹ káàárọ̀ ìyá mi Ọlájírè Kókà. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin brothers mi. I always say, if you're in my shoe, you will do much better than what I am doing. And if I'm in your shoe, I'll probably be looking at me and say, kí ló ń ṣe lé? Everyone in UK, get out. Look, don't look at it from that angle. I always say it. Ìyá tó tẹ̀jẹ̀ sí mi lórí sá kúrò Nigeria in the 90s. How she saw the vision, I don't know. What she saw is what I don't know. But I can only say thank you to her every time I go to her. I was with my mom on Sunday, spend quality time, do normal thing, and come back home. Mom sì tó bí mi, ìyá tó bí mi. Olówó ni wọ́n nínú Nàìjíríà. Olówó ni bàbá mi, kò ń ṣe tẹnu, kò ń ṣe pé mo á fi ń gbéraga. My father died when I was very young. He left my mom with her children to deal alone with it. So when I say death around women that lost their husband, especially tó bá lọ́mọ kékèké lọ́wọ́, they will survive it, but ó come out rough. Ẹlòmíì tó tẹ̀ jẹ́ pé kò lose ọkọ ẹ̀, ọkọ ti sá kúrò nílé because kò lè afford láti tọ́jú ilé mọ́. Ṣé àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tá máa ń sọ yìí experience ni? As at yesterday, ìkan náà àwọn olólùfẹ́ wa tó ń gbọ́ wa báyìí, ó lè ti sùn bí aláàárọ̀ ló máa gbọ́ program yìí, Adémọ̀ pé òun ni mo reference. Ìyàwó ẹ̀ náà wọ́n lè survive pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ because kò lówó lọ́wọ́. Almost same age lèmi àti arákùnrin náà. Ó wá send audio sí mi, ó ní Mr. Koiki, ọmọ kan tó ń kọ́kọ́ máa bí lélẹ̀. Ìyàwó ẹ̀ dẹ́ níbi tó ń gbé yẹn pé kó wà conducive enough. Ìyàwó ti gbọ́ ọmọ lọ báyìí. Ọ̀rọ̀ àná lélẹ́yìí. Àwọn ọmọ 16 years old wọ́n gbà sí fúnra wọn nílùú yìí. Ẹni tẹ́wà lórí Instagram ó ti pé 1 hour, so ọlọ́pàá àbí ambulance ló ń lọ yẹn. Ọlọ́pàá ni. Speed yẹn ọlọ́pàá ni. Somebody has called for assistance. It doesn't matter, it is 3 o'clock. Tó bá ti pọ̀ ọlọ́pàá láti inú depot wọn, 8 minutes níjọba fún wọn. 8 minutes níjọba fún wọn. Anywhere ìyẹn lọ́lọ́pàá ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ wà ní àdúgbò ẹ̀. Kò ń ṣe pé problem máa ṣẹlẹ̀ wá ṣe máa wá ọlọ́pàá tó wà ní Mushin kó wá ràn yín lọ́wọ́ ní Lagos Island. Ọlọ́pàá tó wà ní Lagos Island ló gbọ́dọ̀ jáde. I pity a lot of us that continue to want us to keep Nigeria. That is not helping anybody. Àwọn olówó nìkan ló ń help. Olówó gan náà ti wà traumatic. Bàbá yẹn ní, I went through Cairo airport and I went through hellfire. Because Baba was almost going to be going to the prison for first meet. So when we are here shouting, crying out, sometimes my program will be very tough. Sometimes I calm it down, and I've calmed down from when we started. Sometimes I will do it from the way the body reacts. And sometimes I will just be calm so that I can deliver the message. So we're already 1 hour into the program, and now let's go to the topic. This, when I saw it yesterday, I asked myself, ṣé bishop yìí ń parọ́ ni àbí Anglican bishop yìí? This was in the Vanguard of yesterday, and I will share the link in case. It is already on my own blog as well. That's if you're following us. But for the benefit of those of you that are watching on the YouTube alone, that is the link in case they have a reference from Anyipada. Nigeria slowly sliding into total collapse. Our low meaning
sliding,
able to move smoothly along a surface. What is meant by
sliding,
rising or falling, increasing, decreasing according to the standard or to set of condition. What is the condition of Nigeria today? A condition that is perplexed, a condition that has held the bondage of millions of Yoruba people and Nigerians to ransom. The future, like I said, when we went to the Nigerian High Commission on my birthday, I did ask a couple of questions. Those questions are not like the football because the football is gone. I did ask, what is the 1-year office of Tinubu? I need like the football because that one is no longer valid at Minito win. The new national anthem, what can you say to it? Yoruba nation, Biafra nation, Arewa nation, or a restructured Nigeria? Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ Yoruba ní Tinubu máa fún wọn ní restructure Nigeria, even up to regional government. Do I believe it? No. Can he do it? If he desire to do it. Do I trust him to do it? No. I might be wrong. But one thing is, Tinubu is a weaker element. The two most important questions that was asked, Nigeria economy would also allow Nigeria to slide. Economy in Nigeria would also make Nigeria to collapse because millions of you kò ń ṣe pé ọwọ́ yín á máa fẹ́ tó bọ̀ kò ní débẹ̀. And at some point, you might get frustrated more than me. Ẹni Ọlọ́run dání, may Nigeria never happen to us. Two innocent girls. And don't tell me, ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn kó lè yé wa rọ̀. Ẹ má sọ fún mi pé wọ́n lọ dóko. Ẹ má sọ pé wọ́n lọ ṣe ṣìnà. Ṣìnà wọ́n ń ṣe káàkiri l'Amẹ́ríkà, wọ́n ń ṣe ìyàwó níyàwó ń bá wọn sùn l'Amẹ́ríkà, ọkọ lọ́kọ wọ́n ń bá wọn sùn ní UK. But the fact that they went and they died shows that there is danger that is coming. Two innocent girls left Port Harcourt to Aba. I've just watched a video on Linda Ikeji where the activist Harrison posted something to indicate that they found the bodies, but it's not confirmed. But also the video of the girls as they were heading out of Port Harcourt. One came from Ghana, one was Nigerian. The two of them, they've been used as part of the organ harvesting. Only God knows what they've done to them before they were killed. But Nigerians care less because Bamishe was killed in Lagos State. So why should I be talking about Port Harcourt girls when even under our belt in Yoruba land, Bamishe was stripped naked? I would not like to go into detail because of our family could be traumatized. Things were removed from her body. She was thrown nakedness on the 3rd mainland Ebute Metta Bridge. And they were almost going to cover it up. The audio that Bamishe released to a friend through a WhatsApp communication, I have it there. She kept on sending that audio to a friend through the WhatsApp. I'm the only one on the bus. The light is turned off. BRT, Lagos State, City of Excellency. Sanwo-Olu has not told us who killed Oluwa Bamishe Ayanwola. We have forgotten about her. Tolulopa Rotile was the first helicopter combat pilot. She was just 24 years old. And you say Nigeria is not sliding. She was killed right inside the Kaduna Air Base of the Air Force. Belumi was a young journalist like myself. He was not 24. He was killed during the EndSARS. And you say Nigeria is not sliding into collapse. Dr. Chinelo was killed. But before she died, after the gunshot wound, she was still able, during as at the time, to send a message to Twitter that we have just been attacked on the train from Abuja to Kaduna. Nigerians attacked her back and say, how can you be coming and telling us this? They mocked her while she was in pain. You hear that? At 3:34 a.m., we've had 2 sirens. These are emergency, going to rescue or save a life. Many of you in that contraction at the early hours of this morning, being like the people that were praying while fire was going on somewhere in Lagos yesterday. Madness. There's a lot going on. But Nigeria is sliding. It's sliding. But Nigerians cannot see it yet because they are living in denial. But we that we can see it, our lawada be enemies in. So the Nigerian economy would eventually make Nigeria to slide faster than your expectation. Tinubu is done 1 year. I listened to Wale Edun on Channels Television. Nothing more than all rhetorics. That is the job of the government. Even here in UK, the Conservative lied for 14 years. The British citizen will decide, including myself. I have the right to vote, but without no intimidation, no ballot snatching, no oppression on the ballot or the polling unit. I would decide where to cast my vote on the 4th of July, 2024. According to the Anglican Bishop Diocese of Oru, Reverend Geoffrey Chukwuwanye has raised the alarm. When the alarm goes down in this house, it goes on continuously sometimes, especially when cooking is going on. And when alarm goes on, you don't sit back. You go and monitor and make sure that cooking should fire. But even though we are women down on the kitchen, Tibashi go alarm, it is my responsibility to check to make sure that it is not a fire. And Tibade wasale, a window here, and you go and reset the alarm. Binu le mi se rora kere. To rora kere. I have at least multiple alarm signal so that if anything goes boom, alarm ya pop up. Mr. Kewumene, Baba Koiki, police in Nigeria will tell you to bring money so that they can buy fuel. And you are saying the truth. Because government will budget fuel more police in Nigeria. And some of you that are so excited, they will give us state police. You will never get any state police even after Tinubu have completed his tenure. Bishop of the Anglican Diocese of Oru, O-R-U, Reverend Geoffrey Chukwuwanye, Chukwuwanye, has raised the alarm that Nigeria, the country that you because you are born there. Oh yes, because Nigeria was given to us, and if you were born there as Nigerians, it's because British fabricated it. If British never fabricated it, you would have been born in a place called Oduduwa Republic, Yoruba Nation, Yoruba Kingdom, or whatever name it could have been. But the fact that it has been changed, so when some of you say, hey, but Koiki, are you not in Nigeria? Oh yes, because that was where we were born. I will be going to the Nigerian High Commission, for some engagement before the end of the year. Because Nigeria is still existing. So, and if I have any business to do there, I will go there until Nigeria stops to exist. Mr. Fadikwe said, yes, alarm is in my house for fire safety. So the alarm that we have been telling you since 4 years, some have been saying it for decades. The alarm that Nigeria is gradually sliding into a total collapse, and the government appears to have lost every idea on how to stop the slide. Some of you are praying every day that Nigeria will not collapse. But the truth is Nigeria is already collapsed. The fact that Nigeria has collapsed, it is just waiting for when it will dismantle and everybody goes their separate ways. It might not feel comfortable with you. You think your influencer will be able to influence the non-collapse of Nigeria. You think your artists, your actors, your musicians, regardless of whatever or whoever they are, including your politicians, the sliding cannot be stopped because there is no future in Nigeria. And you cannot get that future because our parents, including mine and yours, I'm talking about our grandmother. My grandmother died at the age of 90 plus. He never saw the future in Nigeria because so if my grandmother did not see the future in Nigeria, how do you expect me now to be seeing the future in Nigeria? Owerri, Bishop of Anglican Diocese of Oru, Reverend Geoffrey Chukwuwaneye, has raised the alarm that Nigeria is gradually, the word gradually means that it's taking its time, but in the long run, it will get to a pace that gradually will go very fast. And that is subject to not the self-determination campaigners, but the pain of many Nigerians that cannot achieve their dreams. Many of you are coming out of university, right? Àwọn kan ti jáde wọ ríṣẹ́, ìwọ wá ṣe ń sọ pé ó fẹ́ ríṣẹ́. Àwọn kan ti jáde wọ ríṣẹ́. Wọ ríṣẹ́, àwọn kan ti jáde. Some of your uncles, your brothers, your nephews, your friends, they left university how many years ago? Even the little one, Tonse, Okada Tonwa, they are being disturbed on the road by thugs. 16 minutes past 1 hour in the program, and the time is coming up to 3:42. Like I said, this program ends in exactly 2 hours to it. Mokenta Walori makes LR. The alarm was part of the 77-page presidential address it delivered weekend during the first section of the 6th Synod of the Diocese, held at St. Bartholomew Anglican Church, Nipin, Oru, West Local Council area of Imo State. Everything now looks like trial and error. Or if you like, a case of try your luck. Talonati gave me. I remember try your luck. I'm a long play. Remember to phase 2. I played try your luck. So you give them money, you try your luck. Sometimes you get a big balloon. Like with balloon in Igba, sometimes you get a very small balloon. Try your luck. So you think that Tinubu has the magic wand to transform Nigeria. The Jagaban. He don't transform Lagos. He could transform Abuja, transform the other part of Nigeria. With the multiple problems of our different languages, our ideologies, the terrorism, the welfare, and as we have been discussing yesterday, 7% is the money allocated for education budget. 7%. UNESCO sọ pé it has to be nothing less than 26%. Mr. Sonodoni, Mr. Koiki, if for any reason whatsoever you are going to Nigeria embassy, please make sure you are accompanied by 2 people. Or in the UK. I don't know, I lie. But definitely, I'll probably go with my mom. I saw a video in the UK. But thanks so much for the advice. I appreciate it. Oh yes, I don't lose my guard and I don't take my security for joke, even as I live in the UK, because you never know. Buhari wanted to kidnap Umaru Diko. So sometimes when people say, Koiki, okay. Zoom. I don't trust anybody. Because I'm very, very highly important in this movement. You don't have to tell me, I know. So I don't lose my guard. And I take my security very, very serious. I don't only security, but you're not allowed to have conscious. It doesn't matter whether you live in UK. Buhari wanted to kidnap Umaru Diko. Though I don't see Tinubu trying to kidnap me, but I don't trust anybody, especially in the government of Tinubu. Because they are all looking forward to a day that they can capture somebody like us, which would never happen. Kakakemeni olalemamu. Àfi tí kò bá sí Jésù Kristi, àfi tí kò bá sí Ànábì, àfi tí kò bá sí àwọn onílẹ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Àfi tó bá yẹ pé nǹkan míì là ń ṣe lẹ́yìn lẹ máa ṣe ìyẹn máa bọ́ sí. Tó bá yẹ pé lórí ìrìn àjò yìí làwa fi ẹ̀mí wa lé lórí. Nobody has called me to come out tonight or tomorrow. I come out because for every day, every minute, Baba Akintoye ní a gbọ́dọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ tí ìdí máa gbóná tá bá fi jáde. And that's why my platform, I don't joke with it. See to come pẹ̀lú àwọn I focus on the real conversation, self-determination. I can take you to different areas, but still stay with what the purpose of the mission. Because oríṣiríṣi mission lolúkálùkù ní. I'm not doing this to gain followership. Tí bá fi máa ṣe content tó máa dẹ́rìn pa àwọn èèyàn. I know what I can do. Tí n bá dé mọ̀gàn máa sanwó fáwọn tó máa guide me. Ẹ fi gbogbo àwọn tó ń ṣe content yẹn. Wọ́n láwọn tó ń sọ fún wọn ní script ni. They go òbí mọ̀ wo man tó máa ń ṣe voice over lórí ẹ̀gbọ́n yẹn Yorùbá yẹn. He does voice over on a lot of different things. I can't remember his name. Ìyàwó mi send the consent to me lánàá. And he's even giving advice for people that wants to do voiceover. He's very popular. He has about 1.3 million followers on Instagram. Scripting, you just get a producer. And then my guy there, Koiki, and we build that. So, but what we are doing is called movement. Our have move on your kuro ninu wahala, because what this bishop is saying, that Nigeria is sliding into a collapse, It's the truth. Nigeria is slowly sliding into total collapse. Total ni kò ń ṣe pé ó máa yọ kan kò nù. O bá believe in prophecy, o bá máa believe in prophecy. The fact remains that the indices, everybody can see it. Kódà bó bá dojú èèyàn gan, atẹ́gùn yẹn máa fẹ́ sí ẹ lára pé nǹkan kan right. Kò ń ṣe fault yín. Pastor wa kan send message sí mi lánàá. Wọ́n ní gbogbo problem tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀dá ènìyàn, majority of it is not spiritual, it is Nigeria. Wọ́n ṣe send ẹ̀ sí mi ni. Wọ́n náà pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn máa ń sọ fún wọn pé problem ten go through Nigeria ni. Okay, you need to go to the hospital. O dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé o lówó lọ́wọ́. How does that factor into a spiritual problem? Ṣetán ní university, o lè ríṣẹ́. O wá ń sọ pé èèyàn kan ló ń ṣe. Kọ́kàn ṣe kò sí industry mi. Àwọn tó ń ṣe diapers àti some other things, you know, in Nigeria. Mo rántí orúkọ wọn náà máa pull out kúrò ní Kòròdú. Do you know that people are going to lose their jobs? Àwọn tó tẹ̀ tó níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́. How does that factor into spiritual problem? But because gbogbo nǹkan àwa ti gbé lórí, it has to be spiritual. Kò ń ṣe pé kò lè sí spiritual problem láàrin ẹ̀. Everything now looks like trial and error. If you like, a case of try your luck. All the policies that are being churned out by the policy makers seems to be aimed at harming the people more. With gbogbo policy tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe bọ̀, not on Tinubu's alone, including Buhari, including APDP, including the military era, gbogbo policy tó ṣe pátá. All the policies. There's no amount of your educational background. Ṣebí bàbá kan ló lọ through Cairo nísìn, a Yoruba man with a PhD, àwọn tó tó wọ́n wá ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ anyhow. Even if he has committed a crime. But gbogbo àwọn ìlú yẹn, àwọn ìlú òfò ni. Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ a ṣàgbákò. Out of all the comments I read, at least the little I read, bad experience ni gbogbo àwọn tó gba Cairo kọjá. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kémi gba àwọn ìlú yẹn kọjá o. Kàkà bẹ́ẹ̀ máa ya jókòó síbi tí mo wà. I had a stopover in Cairo airport. Àwọn Arabs yẹn burú gan. Some of you don't know them. Mo ní Saudi Arabia tẹ́ ń lọ, wọ́n pa journalist sí Istanbul ní embassy wọn. I don't think some of you understand the catastrophe of the damage tí Nigeria ti ṣe fún wa. Saudi Arabia, wọ́n pa odindi journalist, wọ́n ṣasí wẹ́wẹ́, wọ́n bọ́ṣọ lọ́rùn ẹ̀, ẹlòmíì dẹ̀ wọ́ṣọ yẹn jáde láti pretend pé ó wọlé lóòótọ́ bọ̀ tó jáde bọ̀ tí irọ́ ọlọ́pàá. Àwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ máa tọrọ astaghfirullah, máa gbàdúrà. Saudi Arabia, kàwáì tí wọ́n á sọ gbogbo àwọn Egypt, àwọn olófò. Ẹ má bínú yẹn tẹ́ wà ní gbogbo ibẹ̀ yẹn, àwọn olú jàgbàjàgbà, àwọn olú tó ṣì rí àwa bá wọn ṣiṣẹ́ nílùú yìí. Algeria, Egyptian, ṣe mọ̀ pé àwọn máa ń fi pé skin tone wọn ó yàtọ̀ sí tiwa, so àwọn wà better jù wa lọ. Mo bá bọ̀bọ̀ kan ṣe ṣáájọ máa ń tajà káàkiri nígbà tí mo ṣe ń ṣe caput market. Tom lórúkọ ẹ̀. Láàpọ̀ Algeria tẹ̀lé òun ti wá. Ó sán lórí ju kí ló dálẹ̀ lọ. Ó lè bínú débi pé kó gbé laptop kó fọ́ mọ́lẹ̀. Àwọn àgbà wèrè lélẹ́yìí ò ṣe máa bá ṣiṣẹ́ o. Àjọ hustle ni. It's good, engineer burúkú ni. They're good in what they do, but ó sán lórí. So imagine bàbá tó lówó lọ́wọ́. Kò lówó lọ́wọ́ ló kóyàn 28, including himself. Tó ń lọ sí ìrìn àjò ní Amman. There's nothing wrong in that. Wọ́n ní stopover ní Cairo. Ló wá di gbàsgbòs. Látara pé wọ́n níyàn kan ó sọ pé ó rìpọ́tẹ̀ kò dẹ̀ mẹ́ni tó report òun wọ́n dẹ̀ fún ní opportunity láti defend rẹ̀ èdè dẹ̀ lọ́ fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ èdè á sọ fún yín pé ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé you go learn wọ́n fi èdè bá sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe translation sí kò gbọ́ gbogbo tó ń sọ Arabic ló ń sọ ìwọ nísìnyí ó fẹ́ defend Nàìjíríà torí pé ó ti gbọ́ English díẹ̀díẹ̀ bàbá ẹ̀ ní PhD lòun ni wọ́n ní kóun tọwọ́ bọ̀wé òun ní ẹ má jẹ́ ń tọwọ́ bọ̀wé mò ń tẹ́kọ̀ yìí kò yé mi. Mr. Samson Oyawole Mokin Akim Ayodele, who goes here? The boy. Good morning. Thank you so much. Only don't let me sign something I don't understand. How can you write how can you write something in Arabic and ask me to sign it? That is a PhD holder. That is the value of Omo Yoruba Tonkawe. But here we are saying that Nigeria is sliding to collapse. Àdẹ̀túwárẹ́ àwọn tí wọ́n ní kò collapse ènìyàn kan gbé Nigerian passport dání traveling on a business class end up in Cairo as a stopover. There's nothing wrong in flying any airline. It could be because it's cheaper or it could be because it's convenient. Since your own country doesn't have its own airline. Because if your country has its own airline, it will take you directly to Amman. There will not be any need for stopover. But a Yoruba PhD holder was almost sent to a prison for whether the offense he has committed with no evidence until all the other members says that we are not going anywhere. Whether to check one in already. That is what saved him. Go and watch the video. Some of you have seen the video. So if this Archbishop or Anglican Bishop of Oru says Nigeria is slowly sliding into total collapse, according to Bishop of the Anglican Diocese of Oru, Reverend Geoffrey Chukwuemeka, raised the alarm that Nigeria is gradually sliding into a total collapse, and the government appears to have lost every idea on how to stop the slide. Koikimedia fought Tinubu, but is part of the problem because he is also a member of the APC. This is the 9th year of the APC. The 16 years of the PDP was a crime against humanity, crime against Nigerians. Moki Baba Mitajuddin and Lowonle. And we are here saying, Keke Okos, good morning, that the only option now is, Koiki, shut up. How can you tell us we're going to break up Nigeria? An Anglican is saying that now. One of your bishop is saying that Koiki into things sold but Lati Joy is the fact. 77 pages, according to the report. The alarm was part of a 77-page presidential address he delivered over the weekend. They all smear weakness in content and outlook. A very good example is the increase in the electricity tariff to whatever percentage they have pushed down our throats. What is Towobo in Lofun? But you will all react, whether you agree with self-determination or not. You will react at the appropriate time, which is not going to be longer more. And when I say longer more, it could be years, okay? That is just a phrase. It could be another 3 years. I pray it goes faster. Beni Baba mi soon Odu so we APC Ekbekegbe. From our experience in this part of the country, it is purely an increase in darkness tariff. We have been here for the past 16 years as diocese, but in all these years, we have never enjoyed electricity for 20 minutes. I just turned off my light because it looks cool, and a lot of you agree that we should leave it like that. I still have one light there. I have the laptop light on. I have the TV light on. And I can still be seen clearly, if you're going to read me on the screen me on my 60-inch, I could see that it's very, very cool, and it shows my Yoruba, outfit, Beloloyegbo, and my two with my beautiful cap. But people think that we are here just because we want to force you into Yoruba Nation. No, nobody will force you into Yoruba Nation. You will ask for it, because how can you live in a country, according to this diocese bishop Geoffrey says, and I quote, but in not 20 minutes, you enjoy for the last 16 years. Gonche power now is free in this country. You pay for it. Mr. Tajuddin Alowoleni, now there's increase in the electricity tariff. What the now come band A, band B. All these times we have been running, we have only run on diesel and fuel. Now the diocese has been sent a bill based on the increased tariff. You did not give them light. They only enjoy for 20 minutes, and you are bringing a bill, and you say that people will not react regardless of whether NLC have called off the strike or not. You Nigerians will react. But the problem that you are not reacting is because the country is in spiritual bondage, and you have seen abnormality as normal, according to my father, son, Odu. Many of you have seen abnormality into normal, actually as normal. If I start hearing some noise now, I would open my window just to find out what is going on there. Even if nothing is happening, I can call the police. The police dare. I can feel that something is not right here. They dare not come. I don't have to go downstairs and say anything to them. They will come, they will do the investigation, and if there's nothing, they will go. Sometimes it might not be, but if something goes wrong, I would then sue the Metropolitan Police, because I call them that something is not right. And so something is not right in Nigeria. Many of you continue to say nothing is wrong in Nigeria than just the leadership problem. So you are talking about leadership. What about the danger of what the British created, changing our identity? You don't see that as a problem. So identity was not changing, you were okay. Don't you know that when your identity is gone, you are nobody? That is why a PhD pastor traveled to Cairo, well read, is now being asked to sign something he doesn't understand. The distribution company, and we're just 25 minutes to the end of the program, and I'll be telling you the next pastor. The next pastor, let me just give you the headline of what the next pastor says. I won't mention the name yet, but the next pastor or the GO says, call on God. Things are hard. I will tell you what the pastor says after this particular one I'm reading. All these times we have only run on diesel and fuel. Now the diocese has been sent a bill based on increased tariff. The distribution company is insisting that the diocese must pay with or without supplying electricity. Is that not a crime? And you are saying that the country is not sliding into collapse, that you might be able to afford it. What about those that can't afford it? The question I have not ceased to ask the distribution company and the government, which they have not answered, is it fair to the citizens to pay for darkness instead of light? So that is it fair? Ṣó lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ kí aráàlú máa sanwó fọ́kùnkùn dàn pé yàtọ̀ sí pé kó ní ìmọ́lẹ̀. Ìmọ́lẹ̀, ìmọ́lẹ̀, justice for ìmọ́lẹ̀. Ìyàwó mi follow program yẹn back to back ni. Olú like justice for Mohbad. Bá ti ń gbọ́ bá máa kọ́ máa mi rí pé àṣẹ. Ààrí justice fún Délégiwá. Ààrí justice fún Yàfẹ́lá. Kódà ààrí justice fún MKO Abíọ́lá. Ààrí justice fún Kẹ́nsàrò Wíwá. Bí a máa rí justice fún Mohbad. It's good to keep the awareness going. Bí a tàbá gba Yorùbá nation ṣá. Nigerians knows the truth. Pé ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà yìí ó ti collapse. Let us go our separate ways. Kí ló wà nínú Nàìjíríà? Àwa la nílẹ̀. The only thing that will first change is the name. That name expired. We start using our own new name, our own constitution. We draft things that will work for us. And we start working with that to build it up. No, we don't want that. Let us go and join political party. Come back home. Let us do it together. Showore has been at home. Kile Joshi. They come back to Nigeria. Let us do it together. Idiots all over the place. To make him a boyimo. Come back home. Mumbo. Okay. Wait for me. I'm coming. I'm coming, okay. Ṣó lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ káràlú máa sanwó òkùnkùn? Mò ń bẹ̀ yín náà. Ẹ káàárọ̀, Mr. Labi Samuel. I've always told you all, don't worry about what time I'm out. 24 hours ni mo fi ń ṣiṣẹ́. Tẹ́yìn bá ti sùn, ẹ bá jí láàárọ̀, èyí tẹ́ bá rí live tẹ́mi ó ṣe ẹ̀tún wò, ẹ̀yìn tẹ́ bá rí wò live. Bàbá Akíntóyè náà máa ṣiṣẹ́ tí ìdíwọ́ máa fi gbóná. Ṣé tí bá fẹ́ lọ resume iṣẹ́ cleaning mi mo ní ti dìde? Ṣé o mọ̀ pé àwọn kan ti dìde nílà? Tí bá dé bus stop mi ní sàwọn èèyàn wà ń bẹ́ẹ̀ nísìnyí tó ń dúró de night bus. Tí bá jáde sí títì nísìn. And let me just do something, even though I won't give too much. Okay, I can always change. Let's say mo fẹ́ gbéra láti London Bridge. Nísìnyí London Bridge. Mo dẹ̀ ń lọ sí Vauxhall. London Bridge to Vauxhall. Ó máa sọ bus tí máa wà fún mi. It is 13 minutes. That's to ban drive. Láti London Bridge lọ sí Vauxhall. 30 minutes. But since the mo ní mọ́tò, mo dẹ̀ lè rìn 52 minutes. Kí ni bus tí mo lè wọ̀? Ó ní kí n lọ sí walk from London Bridge. Kí n lọ sí Fenchurch Street. Ní at exactly 25 minutes from now, bus 344 tó ń lọ towards Clapham Junction. Ó máa depart in 26 minutes 40 seconds. Ó wá ní kémi kúrò nínú ìlú yìí kí wọ́n á jókòó sí ìlú òfò, ìlú burúkú, ìlú tó ní ṣoríire tí wọ́n ti ṣe jàǹbá fún gbogbo wa. Ìlú téèyàn lè rìn lọ́sàn-án, tó lè rìn lálẹ́, tó ń jíyàn gbé, tó pa àwọn ọmọ méjì. Bọ́tẹ̀ fi lọ dóko náà ní kọ́ kí ní kún ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú yẹn. They left Port Harcourt to Aba. Their bodies have now been found, I believe. Country yẹn ló ní ká continue pẹ̀lú because it was selfish. Mo fẹ́ pèlè lórí. Very selfish people. Selfish individuals. More concerned about yourself àti family tiẹ̀. Nigeria will affect your family one day. That bus will depart. Also time to my oko 25 minutes. pé Koiki ó náà fẹ́ gbé láti London Bridge lọ sí Vauxhall lóru nísìn. Ó ní bọ́ọ̀sì yẹn máa depart at 4:33 a.m. Ó kù 25 minutes 28 seconds. Àfi tí nǹkan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ ní bọ́ọ̀sì yẹn ò ní dé bus stop tí mo ti fẹ́ mú yẹn. And that takes me straight into Vauxhall. Ó ní máa dé Vauxhall at exactly 4:50 a.m. ní 10 minutes to 5. And you expect us to live where there's security and come to where there is no security across the Yoruba land, láàárọ̀. Selfish individuals. Destroy the whole. Gbogbo kíní ni wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe. Tó bá jẹ́ pé a ṣì wà ní Western region. A wà níbi tí a lè monitor point A to point B. I've just given you. If you want me to check another location, I can check another location. Bó ṣe lọ ní across the whole network in here. A system that doesn't sleep. Because wọ́n mọ̀ pé àwọn kan fẹ́ jáde láti lọ fagboro, láti lọ ṣiṣẹ́, láti padà sílé. And we are here telling and explaining to people that Nigeria, there is no future. Only know is leadership problem. And I've told you, time will tell. Because my time is so moving very fast, I have 15 minutes to the end of this program. Baba and Berry, the question don't be distribution company and the government is, which they have not answered. Is it fear for citizens to pay for darkness instead of light? I think that the proper thing for this government and its distribution generating company should have done first is to ensure a steady supply of electricity before the increase in the tariff. What they have done now is simply anti-people, and the people will revolt. R-E-V-O-L-T. They will revolt. It's just a matter of when and how soon. Because the leaders of this country called Nigeria have never cared for the masses. They will always put the cart before the horse. If they have achieved what the geometrics and Professor Bat Ingigi achieved in Aba and increased the tariff, no sane person will ever complain. Rather, Nigerians will be gladly pay any amount they are asked to. Let this government listen to the cries, Nigeria, and always seek to do the right thing. But they are deaf ears and until the whole thing will crumble. Because that is what the prophecies are saying. But because country only collapse. Until everything will collapse. As it is said, no nation on earth grows its economy through taxation. Economics are grown through production. If you got to mass of any, just even it's nothing petty, maybe by the they're not taking it in hand, but they can't produce that. This we have our land crude oil. We should be getting Vaseline. Moisture. Problem. Mine is to deliver the lecture. Yours is to disagree with me, but you will never find peace in Nigeria. It's a fact. You might not feel comfortable with me. Oh, need peace in Nigeria until the whole country collapse. Because British doesn't want us to have peace. You lost a forceful and lori. I live with them, so I don't even understand that some of you think that we that live with them, we are mourning and complaining. And you, I am not talking about the Lebanese. I am not talking about the Eastern European. I am talking about proper English. I live with them because the right thing lands up, and they know the truth and nothing but the truth, and only the truth will set us free. Thank you so much, Keke Okos. They are all myopic to reasoning. Queen says, enforcing a more cohesive national conscience will do wonders for integrating the economy and getting people to drop the hate. All that in English. The hate will continue because we are not one. So, a word is enough for the wise. A good and caring government. The government should realize that it is in power for the good and protection of the lives and properties of the citizens. Addressing the same tension and the insecurity in the Southeast geopolitical zone, the bishop said, we thank some of our brothers for seeing reason to give up their anger. No matter how genuine and justified their anger is, I believe it is now time for them to calm down completely. This will enable us to rebuild the land and economy that is almost in the ruin. Mr. Sonodo said, one Nigeria is arthritis to our life, whether you are home or abroad. It's a renewed shege. And the last part, which is going to take us to the end of the program because it's 1 hour 48 minutes. And like I said, this program is just under 2 hours. Call on God, things are hard. Pastor Adeboye to Nigerians. Nigerian Pastor Enoch Adeboye, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, RCCG, has urged Nigerians to call on God for help to rescue them from the current hardship in the country. Bàbá Adébóyè ní kí n sọ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátá àtọmọ Nàìjíríà pé ẹ pé Ọlọ́run, ẹ pé Ọlọ́run kó jọ̀ọ́ nínú ọlá ẹ̀, nínú àánú ẹ̀, kó wá gbà wá lẹ̀ nínú ogun ìyàn, ogun jíyàn gbé, ogun má ríṣẹ́, ogun electricity tariff, ogun economic collapse, ogun má jẹun lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta lójúmọ́. Bàbá Adébóyè ní kí n sọ fún yín pé ẹ pé Ọlọ́run, ẹ̀yin ọmọ Ọlọ́run, pé ogun petrol tó lọ sókè láti 200 naira per litre tó ti di 700, ó ní ẹ pé Ọlọ́run. Ó ní ẹ pé Ọlọ́run lórí food inflation tó lọ láti 24.82% tó ti di 40.54%. Jíhò Bàbá Adébóyè ní sọ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pé ẹ pé Ọlọ́run kó wá gbà wá nínú wàhálà tí a wà nínú ẹ̀ débi pé exchange rate ti di 1,479 naira to a dollar láti 461. Bàbá Adébóyè ní ẹ pé Ọlọ́run. Ó ní lóòótọ́ production ti lọ sókè àmọ́ kò kárí gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà àtọmọ Yorùbá tó ń bẹ níbẹ̀. Thank you so much, Queen Chairman. Ó ní ẹ pé Ọlọ́run. Ó ní because GDP tó lọ sí òkè láti 2.51 tó ti lọ sí 298. Bàbá Adébóyè ní sọ fún yín pé ẹ pé Ọlọ́run, ẹ pé Ọlọ́run. Ó ní nítorí pé diesel tí ẹ fi ń tanná, tẹ fi ń ṣe petrol yín àti tẹ fi ń tan generator yín láti 844 ó mà ti di 1,451. Bàbá Adébóyè ní ẹ pé Ọlọ́run, ẹ pé Ọlọ́run kọ́lọ́run kó jọ kó wá bá wa dá sọ̀rọ̀ wàhálà tí Nàìjíríà takó sínú ẹ̀ táwọn British kó wá sí. Inflation láti 22.41% ó ti di 33.69%. Bàbá Adébóyè ní ẹ pé Ọlọ́run, ẹ pé Ọlọ́run, ẹ pè léraléra nítorí pé the foreign reserve Nàìjíríà ó ń depreciate lójoojúmọ́ nítorí pé wọ́n fi foreign reserve wọ́n fi ń defend náírà. Ẹ pé Ọlọ́run nítorí pé gbèsè tí Nàìjíríà ń jẹ tí èmi àti ẹ tí a mọbi tí a jẹ jẹ́ sí nítorí pé kò fún wa níná, kò fún wa ní gbogbo ohun tá a fẹ́. Bàbá Adébóyè ní ẹ pé Ọlọ́run, ẹ pé Ọlọ́run nítorí pé gbèsè yẹn ti di 97.34 trillion naira láti 87. Bàbá Adébóyè ní sọ fún yín pé ẹ pé Ọlọ́run torí pé interest rate tó lè yáwó nínú báǹkì, àwọn gbọ́múlé lantan lè ti ń yáwó, àwọn tó máa lò yín, ó ní ẹ pé Ọlọ́run. Interest rate láti 18% ó mà ti di 26.25%. Bàbá Adébóyè ní ẹ pé Ọlọ́run. Ó ní nítorí pé ìgbà tí Ọbásanjọ́ wà níbẹ̀ kó tó di pé Buhari dé, Ọbásanjọ́ tó wà níbẹ̀ ní 1999, ìyẹn inflation was 11.36%. Ó ní ẹ pé Ọlọ́run wọn nítorí pé nígbà tí Ọbásanjọ́ máa ṣe tán tó gbé fún Yar'Adua nígbà tó máa fi ṣe inflation tiẹ̀ láàrin ọdún kan, Ọbásanjọ́ was minus 0.05%, down by 0.95%. Ó ní ẹ pé Ọlọ́run, ẹ pé Ọlọ́run nítorí pé nígbà tí Yar'Adua wà níbẹ̀ ní àárín ọdún kan 8.70% ní inflation nígbà tí Jonathan débẹ̀. Ẹ pé Ọlọ́run láti 12.35 ní May 2011 tó máa fi di April 2012 ó lọ sí 12.87%. Bàbá Adébóyè ní ẹ pọ̀ lọ́hùn. Thank you so much for the first super chat, my brother. I have been a viewer for long, but I am curious on your opinion on Pan-Africanism. I am not interested in Pan-Africanism. I want to focus on Yoruba nation. I think, what's that guy's name in South Africa? He's the one fighting to keep Africa together. Let's fix the indigenous people, and Africa will be a better place. But it's a good thing that a lot of you talk about Pan-Africanism with Seun Kuti. The problem first is to deal with the indigenous that are Yoruba. We pull out, then we can talk about Pan-Africanism. You can't get Pan-Africanism as Seun Kuti also won. Bàbá Adébóyè ní ẹ̀pọ̀ lọ́hùn. Buhari nígbà tó débẹ̀ ní May 2015, 9% títí dé April 2016. Ó gòkè rẹpẹtẹ ní gbàs, ó di 13.72%. Ẹ̀pọ̀ lọ́hùn nígbà tí Jagaban débẹ̀. May last year, it was 22.41%. And it's gone now to 33.69%. That is what Baba Adeboye is, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, RCCG, has urged Nigerians to call on God for help to rescue them from the current hardship in the country. Adeboye spoke at the RCCG headquarters in Ebute Metta on Sunday during the June Thanksgiving service with the theme, Lifter Up of My Head. If you need provision, if things are hard, I know things are hard for quite a few of us. No, millions of us, Baba. Call on the one whose name is Jehovah El Shaddai, the God who is more than enough, the pastor said. Call on him, the one who is more than enough. He will meet your needs. He has many ways depending on what is your need. When all ways are blocked, call on him, who is called the way when you don't even know what is going on. The organizer labor had embarked on the strike, which the government have had conversation with them. Thank you so much, for the first super chat from you, and the rest of many of you. You also says you have been a viewer, probably one of the silent, but you are more curious on my opinion on Pan-Africanism, the ANC and the South Africa. Like I said, I followed that man. I think I forgot his name now, and I know a lot of Africans want to go in that direction of Pan-Africanism. Our point and focus is for the Yoruba to pull out of Nigeria first before we can even talk about Pan-Africanism. But thank you so much for watching always behind the curtains. Busy Mike Coyote, thank you so much. I have 5 minutes to the end of the program. I would like to use this opportunity to appreciate every single one of you that have joined again as we end this conversation in the next 5 minutes. Remember that many things have gone wrong through the colonial era. Thank you so much, young Presido. Says good morning, Mr. Koiki. Good morning to you as well. A lot of things are still going on in Africa. I follow the election slightly a little bit in South Africa. ANC lost after 30 years. That shows that people are probably waking up. If anybody is waiting that one day you will defeat the criminal politicians in Nigeria, Nigeria is a different thing entirely. The British are holding on to Nigeria as much as they can. They want to keep Nigeria together by force. America, the European countries, they have their hidden agenda. Never trust somebody like Bill Gates. I will never have any trust in him. He's been donating a lot to NGOs in Kenya. There's always an hidden agenda, especially with some of the vaccine that they're giving to many of us as well. So let us be very, very careful, with all this vaccine. We saw what happened to niggas during the COVID-19. Shakir Olayinka, thank you so much. And the last one coming from Safety Domestic. Baba Adeboye needs to stop misleading people through brainwashing. Is he not the one the people look up to as a close associate of God? Why can't he talk to God? Why is Baba pushing it to the people? And as we end this transmission, these early hours of the morning, I pray that the Yoruba land will not be taken away from us. I pray that the Yoruba people will realize that Nigeria has collapsed according to the Bishop of Oru local government in Imo State that says Nigeria is slowly sliding into collapse. But Baba Adeboye says, and I quote, that we should call on God to come and rescue us in terms of our needs. Well, as I go back, I say I'll be back again whenever we are back. Just make sure that if you're finding it difficult to watch me from one platform, it could be because part of the shadow banning from the social media network. I am not on TikTok. I plan not to go on TikTok anymore because I don't see it as a very straightforward. I believe terrorists should be there more than me, but I will do my best to keep the platform that we are streaming on. We are on the MixLR. It's very easy for you to have notification from there and join us on other platforms, and all other platforms that we're streaming from are always live. Remember to share the program and invite your friends next time I am live. My website is www.koikimedia.com, spelled as KOIKIMEDI.com. You can find many information regarding self-determination, or you can visit the YSDM, www.ysdm.org. Remember to pay your contribution to Mewa Onomio. It is for every Yoruba, 10-10, and I hope that one day we will get to our destination. It's a rough one. It has always been rough. The British knew who we are, but we are going to redefine who we are. Queen says, hope you can address the status of the white settlers in South Africa and further abroad. I will probably do that some other time, definitely. Hope we have not replanted the proper indigenous representation. Thank you so much once again for the super chat. I will be probably having that conversation some other time, but for now, like I said earlier in the program, it's going to be just 2 hours, 1 hour 59 minutes, and we are going to say Ishe wa funle wa forile ibiwa kagbega 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 faleri ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bàtìbẹ̀rù làbọ̀mọ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká jọlá ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹjẹ ká máa lépa ìtẹ̀síwájú fọ́pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára ọmọ Oòduà dìde bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. And thank you so much to my big brother Babawa Waris Jinodu. I think I should switch my light on so people don't say Abo Sanwo Noni, and then we end the program like that. Thank you so much. And that is how far I can take you. I didn't even realize that my Twitter space was already turned off, but that's fine. I'll be posting the video later on. Thank you so much. Have a very good morning. Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Bye for now.